Imagine this. Every time she catches a particular scent, hears a song, or even just sits alone with her thoughts, she finds herself thinking of you. It's almost like an automatic response she can't control, and it's because you've left an impression she can't shake. Want to know the secret? Making a woman miss you isn't about playing mind games or being lucky. It's about understanding how attraction works on a deeper level. Stick around because I'm about to reveal 9 strategies rooted in psychology that will make her think of you even when you're not around. Here's the thing. Attraction is so much more than looks or smooth talking. To make a lasting impact, you need to create an emotional pull so strong that she craves you. You want to go beyond surface level attraction and into something that sticks with her long after you've left. This is where dark psychology techniques come into play. Subtle but powerful ways to embed yourself in her mind and make her crave more of you. If you're ready to stand out and become the guy she can't stop thinking about, here are the 9 things you need to do to make her miss you. Let's talk about the problem first. In today's world, with everyone constantly connected, grabbing attention is easy, but keeping it? That's a whole different game. Texts, social media, and the endless distractions mean people can easily get bored, lose interest, and move on. So, how do you become the guy she can't forget, even in a world full of noise and options? You have to dig deeper. Ordinary approaches won't make the cut. It's all about crafting moments and emotions so powerful that they stick with her. And that's what we're diving into, step by step. So you can make sure that you're always on her mind, even when you're miles away. One of the most powerful ways to do this is by creating emotional highs and lows. Think about it this way. If you're predictable, she'll start to lose interest because there's no intrigue. Predictability might feel safe, but it's also boring. Women, like anyone else, are drawn to excitement, to the thrill of the unexpected. So, if you're always available, overly sweet, or constantly checking in, she'll quickly start to take you for granted. What you need to do instead is to mix it up. Be attentive and thoughtful one day, then pull back slightly the next. This isn't about playing games, but rather about creating a rhythm that keeps her engaged, guessing, and interested. By balancing attention with moments of distance, you allow her to feel that natural pull to reconnect with you. And here's a tactic that's simple but extremely effective. Always leave her wanting more. Whether it's a conversation, a text, or a date, end things on a high note. Think about it. When you're watching a show and it leaves you with a cliffhanger, don't you feel that urge to see what happens next? The same idea applies here. If a conversation is going well, wrap it up before it loses its energy. Don't stick around until there's nothing left to say. This creates anticipation because she'll be left with a feeling of what if and a desire to pick things back up again. Even something as simple as saying, I have to go, but let's continue this later, can leave her wondering when the next interaction will be. This way, she's not only thinking about you, but actively looking forward to the next time you talk. Now, let's talk about something that goes deeper, ambition. There's an undeniable attraction in someone who's unapologetically driven. When you have goals, interests, and priorities outside of her, it shows her that you're not just here to impress her. You're here to build a life of purpose. And a man with purpose is hard to forget. When she sees that you're invested in things that have nothing to do with her, it not only earns her respect, but makes the time you do spend with her feel more meaningful. She'll start craving those moments of connection because she knows they're not something she gets all the time. So focus on your ambitions, whether it's work, a hobby, or personal growth. Make sure she sees that you have a path and she's invited along for parts of it, not all of it. Another way to make her miss you is by embracing mystery. Now, when I say mystery, I don't mean being evasive or refusing to answer her questions. It's more about not laying everything out all at once. The reality is, if you give too much too soon, there's no room left for her curiosity to grow. Share bits and pieces about your life, your thoughts, and your goals, but hold back just enough to keep her intrigued. Maybe you mention something you're passionate about, but leave a little detail out so that next time, she's dying to hear more. It's about creating layers in the relationship that she wants to peel back over time. The more she wonders about you, the more she'll find herself thinking of you when you're not around. And here's something a lot of people overlook: vulnerability. This is where things get real. A lot of guys think they have to be this impenetrable wall, never showing any weakness. But the truth is, letting her see small glimpses of your authentic self can be incredibly powerful. It's about being strong and self assured, but also letting her know that there's a real person underneath, someone with emotions, struggles, and dreams. Now, you're not spilling your heart out or sharing every insecurity. Instead, it's about showing genuine moments that make her feel closer to you. Maybe you mentioned something that challenged you or a goal you're working on. When she feels like she's seeing a side of you that others don't get to see, it builds an emotional bond that will keep you on her mind long after you've left. Now, onto a tactic that's both simple and highly effective. Compliment her, but make sure it's specific and meaningful. This isn't about generic flattery. Telling her she's beautiful? Sure, she's heard that before. But when you compliment something unique about her, something only you've noticed, it hits differently. Maybe it's the way she lights up when she talks about her passions, or how determined she is in her career. By pointing out these details, you're not just saying, "I like you." You're showing her that you truly see her, and that makes her feel valued in a way that lingers. She'll replay those words in her head and wonder when she'll hear them from you again. Timing also matters. To make a lasting impression, reach out at unexpected moments. Most people tend to text or call at predictable times like the evening or after work. But if you reach out at a unique time, maybe in the middle of the day or early in the morning with a quick message just to say she crossed your mind, it breaks the norm. It makes her feel special, like she's on your mind at random times, not just when it's convenient. These small gestures stand out, creating little sparks that remind her of you throughout her day. And over time, these moments add up, making her feel a stronger connection with you, even when you're not physically there. Another powerful technique is to let her invest in you emotionally. You see, when we invest time, energy, or emotions into something, we naturally value it more. Encourage her to share her thoughts, dreams, and fears with you. When she feels comfortable opening up, it deepens the connection between you, because she's not just getting to know you, she's feeling understood and valued. But here's the twist: don't always rush to respond with advice or solutions. Sometimes, just listening, really listening without judgment, is all you need to do. When she's able to confide in you without feeling like you're trying to fix her, it builds a unique space of trust and intimacy. And when she experiences that depth with you, it's something she won't easily find elsewhere, making her miss those conversations and the comfort she feels when talking to you. Then there's the element of scarcity, the art of making yourself just a little bit hard to reach. This doesn't mean playing games or intentionally ignoring her, but rather balancing your availability. If you're constantly at her beck and call, there's no mystery, no anticipation. But when you make time for her in between your own responsibilities and commitments, it shows that you have a life beyond her, and that's attractive. She'll start looking forward to the moments you are available, rather than taking them for granted. It's the classic absence makes the heart grow fonder scenario. You want her to feel that slight longing for your attention, so that every time you connect, it feels special. Next, create shared experiences or inside moments that she'll remember and associate with you. Maybe it's a favorite spot you go to, a shared interest, or even a phrase that only you two understand. These little things create a sense of exclusivity between you. For instance, if there's a cafe you both love or a movie you both find funny, these become your things. Small personal connections that she can't replicate with anyone else. So whenever she passes by that cafe or hears a reference to that movie, it'll trigger memories of you. It's like leaving little reminders of yourself in her daily life, which will naturally make her think of you more often. Another powerful strategy is to be a source of positive energy in her life. When people think back on someone they miss, they often remember the way that person made them feel. If every interaction you have leaves her feeling uplifted, understood, or genuinely happy, she'll naturally crave that feeling again. This doesn't mean you have to constantly entertain or impress her. Sometimes, just having a calm, positive presence is enough. Be someone who makes her feel good about herself, someone who inspires confidence or brings a sense of peace when things get overwhelming. Over time, she'll start associating you with those positive emotions. And when you're not around, she'll find herself wanting that feeling back. Finally, keep things unpredictable. Nothing kills attraction faster than predictability. When she can't always guess what you're going to say or do, it keeps her interested and on her toes. This doesn't mean playing mind games. It's about keeping the relationship dynamic and fresh. Surprise her with small gestures, show new sides of your personality, or try things together that neither of you has done before. When the time you spend together is filled with novelty and excitement, she'll be curious about what's next. It creates a sense of anticipation and keeps her coming back for more. So, when you mix all these elements together, the mystery, the authenticity, the emotional investment, and the positive energy, you create a powerful attraction that stays in her mind even when you're miles apart. And here's the thing, when she starts to miss you, she'll not only be drawn to you, but she'll also feel a deeper connection that goes beyond the surface level. The desire to see you again won't just be about physical attraction or fleeting interest. It'll be about wanting to be with someone who makes her feel seen, valued, and excited. That's the type of connection that lingers long after the conversation ends, and the kind that leaves her waiting for the next time she gets to be with you. So if you want to make any woman miss you and keep that spark alive, remember these strategies and use them wisely. Building a connection that she genuinely values takes intention, but the payoff is worth it. Now, go out there and create those unforgettable moments. And if you want to keep learning more powerful ways to improve your relationships, make sure to hit subscribe for more insights like this.